Hi, I'm very happy to take you through how to install annotation software and how to be able to use it to annotate. It can be used to install in all types of devices, that is Mac, Windows, Linux, or any. And if you just want to get a specific one for Windows, then you can click that. So yes, using a Windows computer, so I can just go ahead and click for Windows, and okay, the software will be downloaded there in a second, and boom, here we have our Gate software, and then we just need to install this. So let's quickly understand how to use this Gate software from to annotate text. So first of all, this is the interface of Gate, and you can see there's different options here for us to get started on. So because we are going to look for text annotation, we come here for the language resources. This one, you right click and then you'll be able to see this here. Then you can sort that, you can choose either to create annotation schema, get schema, or we want to deal with a document, so create document. Then here is when you're able to choose whether you want the document is in your computer, or you can even upload a URL to annotate, but we want to upload a document from our computer. So go to our computer and say, okay, I want to upload this document, and click OK. So now we have uploaded a document inside a Gate, and you can click the document and view the content of the document here. So another thing is that a data source where you'll be uploading all your annotations, all your documents. So you can create one by coming here. Let's create one. Uh, yes, Firebase. Okay. Then you come and say, okay, I want to create one. You can create a new folder inside it and say data test, and then you open, and now you can now save this. When you right click on this document here, you get that option. You can save it into their data store. When you save it to your data store, you can see here you are saving it into your uh, the data store that you just created. Yes. So now that is it. That is how to be able to upload the data and be able to create a place where you'll be able to save your annotations and be able to export them to another devices or another machine for machine learning processing. So now the next step is now to be able to annotate using Gates. So Get is a very interesting tool because it provides some plugins that if you are that you can already use. These plugins, they have already created a different types of annotations that you can use them to use it. For example, there is Anne, and here we also have even Brat. If you are familiar with Brat, you can use that one. But for this demonstration, we are going to use just the normal way, the manual way of creating annotation, where we will choose, you select your annotation set, and annotation list is when this is the place where you'll be able to see your annotations. This is where the markup is. Originally, it's they just have one markup where when you select annotating everything, just annotate everything. Yes, but now when we start annotating here, what we do? We just come here and have our, this is our document, and we now started looking to create our annotation. First of all, we don't have any tag, so the tags we are creating them directly inside the document, so that after that you can be able to reuse it. If something the same, you see something the same, you can be able to to reuse it. So let's say time. So this is 5 days. This is time. Let's say it's time. Then you can give it time, and or period. Let's say period instead. Period. Time period would can be better. Time underscore period. So now we have our notation time period. So whenever there is another time period, you can say there's another 5 here, 5 days. You click time period, and you will be able to. You have to click all of it. You have to highlight all of it, and that is time period, and you will have it like that. Then you can try to look another place where there is time. Yeah, so that is like, if after you created the annotation, then now you can be able to reuse it in case you you have see the same thing on the document that is there. So let's try to annotate gender. Oh, let's annotate gender. This is we call it a gender. We give it that is gender. Then we can look something else. And then we have the days. So you can see 3 days is also time period. So you just come here and select time period, and it will be annotated as time period. Thermometer, there's like that these are things that are being used in the so let's annotate this one as hospital equipment, as equipment, and you will have that as an equipment. And food experimentation, we can say this maybe it goes to lab. So we have created a number of annotation, and here you can see our annotations. There are different annotations that have been created or about a different annotation that we have created here. The start, the end, the ID, and the features that are being included here. So if we want, we want to save this, you create save the layout. It will automatically be saved into your data store where you have decided you have created. You will save it. So that is how to be able to use this tool to annotate. You have your tags and your annotations here, and then you can easily now if you want to save this, you can save it here again, and then you can decide to save it direct if you want to save. So the things that here you get is we have only two types of document that we'll be able to get. You can either save it as get.xml or inline.xml. So if you save it as get.xml, here is when you have not created a data store. You can still save your annotation. You don't need to create a data store for you to save. So you can still save. And then you can select the folder where you want you can select the folder where you want to put. So let's say I want it to be here, and then I can say, okay, here it is. I saved my work here. So then I go back again, go back again, and refresh this. And now we open it using Notepad. Yes. Now, yes, we need to save our document. As you can see now, the named annotation sets. This is the named annotation. So the best part of this is that it gives you the content as it is, and then it gives you actual the annotation at the end. You can now be able to see you have your context and also the annotation appear to the end, which is exactly similar with how the VTT is currently doing it. Another thing that I just wanted to add up on, that is extra from just doing annotation. As I have put it across earlier, that Get has some plugins that you can be able to use them to do annotation quickly, and also you can be able to create your own application here. So you can create application that works like the VTT the way it is, and then you can be able to use that application too. So I just want to take quick an example of creating using a plugin. So in this case, I will use an plugin. I have already installed it. It comes with the Gate already. It is the most used plugin. So here we want to use. We don't want to create our own tags, or we want to have already more created. So we just click and will load, and we can be able here. You have different uh, annotation, processing annotation, like the and this is for name entity recognition. We have for the English tokenization, if you want to tokenize words, all that. So these are different annotation, but we are just interested on the name entity recognition, if and can be able to identify in our document. So we just come quickly and create and click there and click and this interface will be shown. This is how it works. It's and it is also trying to show you what's happening here. So first of all, for you to be able to work with you need to be able to create what we call it a corpus. So you click on your data and then say, okay, create a new corpus. The new corpus has been created. Then you come here and select that new corpus. And after selecting that new corpus, you run. After running, then you go back to your document. As you can see now, it has already populated a number of tags. You can still increase some of them, but it can say if you want to tokenize everything, that is what you will have. If you want to persons, then it will tag all the people that are indicated as persons. Then you can go forward and try to see who has been indicated as person in that and correct it if maybe, and also organization. You'll be able to see what has been identified as organization. But most of this, because if they annotate wrongly, you can correct the annotation, because this is just like a kind of prediction. And another thing about the same is that when you create annotation here, you can be able to use it and maybe uh, stipulate on the whole document. If you give it the right, you can be able to click that, and you can see 5 days, 7 p.m. all the time will have already been annotated in this document. So you don't need to annotate um, from line to line. It will be able to script all the time in the document. So this is the basically how to use and to quickly annotate